What's going on, y'all? My name's Rob. Welcome back to the Kentucky Chew. Today we are talking about a bourbon that excites me a lot. It's something I've been looking forward to trying ever since I found out about it. I've patiently been waiting to make this video just so I can share it with you all. This is a bourbon that I did not know about until last year. Happened to be watching a few of my favorite channels, was being highly spoken about, and so I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, which, by the way, is very easy to do. I'm not going to keep building up the anticipation. Let's see what I'm talking about. Green River Distillery out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Automatically like that, right? Told you all I'm from Kentucky. And their story's really cool. I went and checked out their website. Got just a really cool history with them. Circled around, obviously, just all the obstacles they've had to overcome to put their bourbon back out. Prohibition, there was a fire along the way, closed down, changed hands multiple times, and they were put back on the shelves. They released back on the shelves in 2022, I believe it said. So founded in 1885, back now. Bought my first bottle last year in 2023. And like I said, I've been patiently waiting to try it and share my thoughts with you all. This one specifically is the wheated bourbon, 90 proof. So this would be something that a beginner, or you're just getting into drinking, and you just want to try a bourbon that's not going to pack a lot of punch. It's going to be hopefully pretty easy to drink. That's what you would expect with most 90 proofs. And it's getting a lot of comparisons, or at least people are comparing it to a very popular bottle that we'll discuss. But without further ado, let's pop this bad boy open and get to chewing. Perfect. All right. Reason I was so excited about trying this is because wheated bourbons is actually what got me into collecting. I was gifted a few bottles starting out. Those bottles specifically hold a special place to my heart, just because that's what got all of this started. Led me here to where I am now. If you're interested in that story of how I got into collecting bourbon, or my reasoning for starting a channel, you can go watch my first video where I also rank a new release bottle. So like I said, I have not tried this. I've not tried anything out of Green River. They do have 4 different expressions: single barrel, bourbon, the wheated, and a rye now. And the rye is all over my social media, so I'll be picking that up very soon. But I'm gonna rank this. Now, like I told you all, I'm gonna be ranking 1 out of 10. If I say a 5 or above, that does mean I am recommending that bourbon. I think that you should try it. Hell, you should even try it if I rank it lower. See if you dislike it as much as me, or maybe your palate's different and you like it, and you can drop a note and let me know I'm wrong. But I do want to rank this one, just like I said, because it's my first time trying it, and that's how I'm going to learn exactly what all I do love. So I'm not going to wait around anymore. Let's get to chewing. Smells really good, light. I'm getting kind of the typical notes that you're gonna have, the caramel, a little bit of a spice, nothing crazy, just very mellow, which you would expect with a wheated bourbon. That's a little bit of a fruity profile there, a little sweetness to it, a little hay on that one. Okay, yeah, I would chew this. I would definitely chew this. I already know I'm gonna be recommending it, just how highly will depend. That's good. That's easy to drink. A lot of the reviews I saw were coming from very experienced drinkers, people who put out a lot of content. They're trying, probably hundreds of bottles a year. And typically, like I said, when you get into tasting that many different types of bourbons, you're going to be getting into the higher proofs. And so naturally, if you side more with enjoying those 110, 120, even up to 130s, usually you feel like something below 100 is lacking. I'm not the case there. There's still a lot of 90 and 100 proof bourbons that I like, and this one's really good. I really like this a lot. Yeah, first thing striking out to me is very easy to drink. I expected that, but happy to see that is the case. Mellow, easy to drink, smooth. And this, this would not be a bourbon that I would mix in a cocktail or anything like that. I would only drink this neat because I think you're going to lose a lot of the flavors the minute you do that. By itself, though, I think that this is really good. I'm getting a little bit of like a sweet honey type finish, just like real slightly on the back end. Yeah, a little bit of honey, a little bit of sweetness, but a good weeded bourbon. I really like this. Ranking wise, I'm gonna give this, a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. 5 would be average for me. 6 is, this is a good chew. This is something that I would sip on consistently. You get into the 7 and 8, and we've got something really special. 9, gonna be kind of out of this world. 10 is like, okay, like probably have passed away and gone to bourbon heaven at that point. And so that to me, just you should definitely go try and buy this. And here's the best part: $35 to $40. That's what I've seen. That's what it is in Kentucky. Hopefully that's the case where you're at too. Hopefully it's just as easy to find as it is in Kentucky. I imagine that it is. You should definitely go try this. I think if you're an experienced bourbon drinker, you're gonna enjoy it. I think you're gonna enjoy sharing it with friends. And the best news is, when you finish this one, go get you another. I'm very pleasantly surprised by that. Just a really nice, easy drinking bourbon. But something that I want to do is go ahead and compare it. I'm not going to wait around and do a blind for this one because I'm impatient. And I'm going to compare it to the big boy. I mentioned that people have been comparing that Green River to a heavy hitter, and that is Weller Special Reserve. The characteristics as far as label and everything like that goes are similar because it is also 90 proof. It's also a wheated bourbon. Weller says that they are the original wheated bourbon, so I want to see how that pairs up with the new guy on the shelf. I personally really like Weller Green Label. It was the first bottle gifted to me to start my collection. Having the fantastic friends that I do, I was then gifted a bottle of Weller 12 and Weller 107. So really started off with a heck of a collection for someone who didn't know a whole lot about bourbon. But I like Weller Special Reserve. I don't visit it nearly as much as I probably should, but it is a good one. So I wanna taste these. I want to put them right up next to each other. I want to go, sip for sip and just really see if I do like this as much as I'm saying, and potentially maybe like it better. Yeah, Weller doesn't miss for me. It does not miss for me. It's a good bourbon. This smells more full, just more well-rounded. I think it's gonna take Green River on the nose. I don't know, folks. Hold on. There's not enough Green River in the glass, so we're gonna have to gotta keep it fair. Keep it fair. All right, nose-wise, Weller takes it. Now that I'm going back and forth, this smells a little nuttier. I wasn't getting that originally, but Weller Special Reserve takes the nose. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I think it's too close for comparison. To me, they're both spot on wheated bourbons. I'm not picking up too much of a huge difference. When I originally was just tasting the Green River, I gave you the notes that I got. A little bit of a honey finish, real mellow, just overall very smooth drinker. Green Label Special Reserve does the same for me. I do think the nose on this one's better, but if they're both gonna taste good, in my opinion, I'm gonna give it a tie still. I'll do one more sip of Green River just to make sure I'm not crazy. All right. Okay, I'll say this: if I was in a blind with these, which maybe I'll do down the road, I've got a few other weeded selections, so I could do a blind there and make sure I'm not just BSing you all. But blind, I really don't think I would be able to differentiate too much. I think that these are very, very close, which excites me, and I'll explain why. Going back and forth with the nose, with the taste, I do think Weller still edges Green River by just a hair, very, very slightly, but it's too close for me to really harp on that too much, which is a great thing because Weller Special Reserve has been allocated for a few years now. It's hard to find. If you find it on the shelves, you're going to be paying secondary, over secondary probably. People buy these by the cases and then sit on them, and then we'll sell them for double the price. And so, that obviously turns me off from wanting to buy them up. Weller Special Reserve is very fair for the price that it's supposed to be sold at. I do not agree with the secondary price on it. I would rather spend my money on a different bottle. That's coming from someone who's tasted a lot of Weller Special Reserve though, so if you do come across one for $40-50, you're probably gonna end up spending $50 on something else, man. Go ahead and try it. I don't think you'll be overall disappointed, but where I'm at in my collection, I'm just not buying these over and over again unless it is the actual retail price. This, the Green River, like I said, $35-40. It's on the shelves. I can go 3 minutes down the road and go grab another bottle of this. I like that. I like that they came out of the gate with a really fair price point. It's refreshing to see a bourbon, not crazy overpriced, even though it's new. And I'm really excited to see what they keep doing. I mean, this is their wheated bourbon. I do have a single barrel that I probably will try much sooner than I had planned on. And I'm definitely going to go get my hand on the rye. So that's my thoughts, folks. That's what I think. That's my opinion on the Green River. I think that you should go try it and see what you think. So with that, I'll see you on the next video. Happy chewing.